What up everyone, Zono right here coming at you with another video. Today we're not going to talk about League of Legends necessarily, and this is not going to be an educational video, but I really want to share my opinion on something, and I really want to hear yours as well. Overwatch came out very recently, and ever since the release, people have gone crazy for it. Koreans, Europeans, North Americans, everyone is loving Overwatch, and a lot of people are comparing it to League of Legends. While League of Legends is still the #1 played game in the world with immense active users per month, Overwatch is definitely being a primer competitor to Riot Games right now. Blizzard has invested a lot in research and development, in making a new game style that looks a lot like Team Fortress, and they made a really good job. I had the chance to try it, I actually bought it, and I actually love it. But recently, guys, a Reddit post released a graph that shows Korean players actually are declining when it comes to League of Legends Korean players, while Overwatch Korean players are going super high and are keep growing with an absolutely amazing growth that is actually scary if you are in the desk of Riot Games and you have to think how to do the patch, how to do the next games, etc, etc. So here's my opinion. I think like 10 years ago when World of Warcraft was at its peak, even like 7 to 8 years ago, people loved to spend a lot of times, minutes, hours into one character. When League of Legends came out, you had the possibility to change character every game. Champions are characters, and every game was another story, and the story was 40 minutes long in average, with a laning phase, a team fight phase, as you guys know it, mid game, early game, late game, etc, etc, you know the drill. And I feel like now with the launch of Overwatch, like you directly get into a champion, you can change champion in game, and it's a lot of action. And I think this has a lot of comparison because of League of Legends right now is a game that is kind of boring, and that is losing the fun of it, especially with the meta right now that is not very adapted. League of Legends is getting into a game that is some sort of duty. It's like you invested so much time into it that you have to play it no matter what the patch is. And I feel it's just interesting to talk about because right now, if you go play, you're not gonna have a lot of fun in the first minutes. You're gonna last it the same minutes over and over. You're gonna have the same champions in front of you over and over. Team fights, frustration because of teammates, whatever you can think of that is boring about League of Legends will happen again and again. And I feel that with Overwatch, Blizzard is bringing to the table a lot of new things. I mean, you connect, you find a game in 20 seconds, just like in League of Legends, and when the game starts, you're already in the action. Like, you're ready to fight. Like, you don't have to think about what build, how do I have to spend my goal. No. You just fight, strategize with your teammates, and ulti when you get it, and try to defend whether it's the payload or whatever, like, capture the point. Whatever Overwatch gameplay are, I don't know them all by heart. But I do understand that the demand from players is different now. People want actions right here, right now. Like, they want to be able to play 10 minutes, have fun for 10 minutes, get some adrenaline for 10 minutes, and just go home, move on to another things. Now I feel like when you play League of Legends and you start a game, you're like, okay, I'm going to spend the next 40 minutes playing League of Legends, and I'm probably going to lose, I'm probably going to win. Whereas Overwatch, whether you win or lose, it doesn't really matter because the game is 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? So you're just going to start another one, and a lose is going to make you forget the last lose, a win is going to make you forget the last wins. It doesn't really matter. It's just super fast. I'm not saying that League of Legends is a bad game. I love League of Legends, but I'm just saying that as of right now, I feel like League of Legends in this patch, in this meta, is reaching a point of it's kind of boring. Like, it's kind of boring, but it's still a game that I love to watch professionally and stuff. And I feel like the launch of Overwatch was actually perfectly timed, where League of Legends players are like, they keep complaining about the meta. You just have to go on Reddit, and whether it's Reddit League of Legends, Reddit Summer School, a lot of people are complaining about the meta, and a lot of people are asking Riot for a lot of changes. And when you think about it, Riot didn't give the community what they asked for a lot of time. whether it's the replay mode, whether it's the sandbox mode, whether it was for more competitive patches, or whether it was for another demand that required like a meta without so much tankiness, etc., etc. Riot Games hasn't responded to really what the community was. I have no problem with Riot Games. I'm just analyzing the facts, and I'm just really close to the community, and I understand their points. Riot definitely has to react to that. Riot has implemented changes with the mid-session changes, making the Drake more competitive, and we see that the LCS matchup are less boring in the very early games because we see a lot of more pressure around the jungles, etc., etc. But I still think that there's a lot of work to do in Riot's side to compete with Overwatch. Because today, guys, you may say, dude, Overwatch is very casual gaming, it's not super impressive, whatever. Overwatch is actually a game that is respected by a lot of professionals. Ever since the beta came out, a lot of tournaments happened, and a lot of infrastructure, a lot of esports organizations are getting into Overwatch. The organization I am part of, Underdog Esports, we have an Overwatch squad that we're really proud of. Overwatch is definitely a future of esports, and is a game that if Blizzard doesn't do the same mistake as they did with their other games, would absolutely crush the market shares. So I do believe Overwatch can be a huge success if well managed by Blizzard. I still think that League of Legends and Riot has a lot of potential with League of Legends that they did not exploit yet, but they definitely have to work on it as soon as possible, because players can change game like this, and a game can die as fast as it grew. Example of Heroes of the Storm, it was a huge hype on it, and the decline was absolutely insane. Like, nobody plays Heroes of the Storm right now. We can say it's a game without future. Heroes of the Storm is also an example. A lot of other MOBAs got some hyped, some FPS as well. But it's like this, like you take a bet, you build a really good game. Some people will like it, some people will not. It really depends on the hype around it. But Blizzard is very good in their communication team and in the marketing team. So this was my opinion, guys. So let me know in the comment down below. Do you think that League of Legends is going to die? If yes, are they going to die from Overwatch? Are they going to die from another game? Let me know. I think it's a really interesting debate that I will come back in other videos, because, well, the story keeps going, and I feel like giving you my update, giving you my opinion. Again, guys, I have nothing against Riot Games. I have nothing against Blizzard. This was not a biased video that I support a game without any other. I spent like years and years playing League of Legends, and I look forward to play League of Legends and Overwatch, because I mean, you can definitely play two games, right? A lot of people are trying to be as faithful to their wife to the video game, but you can actually play two video games. That doesn't really matter though. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave me your opinion and comment in the section down below, or hit me up on Twitter @ZonoBra. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.
You gotta focus on what's real, man.